Alright guys, it's Roll Heavy 619, and I told you I was going to show you my EDC slash HEC blade. This is the Sog-Tac. Been carrying this for about 2 years. You can see the finish is kind of worn around the edges there. So, medium use, you know, standard everyday stuff, nothing crazy. So, what I do love about this blade, a couple things. The finger grooves look a little goofy, but are actually really comfortable. Very thin blade. I still have the Ultratech sitting here. So if you look at the thickness, I think you can tell there that the Sog-Tac is a little bit thinner. Handle's a little bit shorter. As far as deployment speed, it's pretty awesome. Now the Sog does have the safety on the back, which is nice, but I found myself keeping the safety on just because I've seen my friends with Bokers and whatnot, Boker autos come out in their pocket. But I think that's just wear and tear. I've actually carried this with the safety on most of the time for rapid deployment. It's going to be a problem. But you can see, sucker snaps out there really fast. Alright, I like the Tanto version here. You got the serrations, Tanto blade. Again, like I said, finger grooves are pretty comfortable. Nice sharp jimping right there if you need to choke up on it. But yeah, love this blade. So the reason I say EDC slash HEC, excuse me, is this knife ran me $150. So I mean, at the time, expense-wise, that was about as much as I was willing to throw out there for a knife. Now, obviously, I'm getting into microtechs and stuff like that, where I'm hitting the 200, and I got my eye on a couple knives that are approaching, you know, 275, 300. So, you know, the sickness just continues. But this has always been my EDC blade for about 2 years, and we'll put that back in there. It's pretty easy to close. Usually, just close it on my leg. Like I said, I usually carry with the safety on, but however, I've done a couple tests with the safety off, like bumping into things with it in my pocket, like basically like, you know, slamming my hand up against it in my pocket, trying to get it to deploy, and it won't. So, do you really need the safety for everyday carry? Probably not. And I don't know if we can pick it up here. Give it a minute to focus, but you can see that button. You actually have to push that button fairly deep to get it to actuate. And then also it's a small button. The handle's recessed around it, so I mean it doesn't come up that much. You know, it doesn't protrude that much from the actual handle. They do have a little glow-in-the-dark insert there on the Sog. Not really, just a coolness thing. Doesn't really help all that much. I keep it on the nightstand at night, and you can't even really notice it. The pocket clip on these, I think, is pretty awesome. Excuse me. But you know, obviously they stamp it full auto LE military. But look at that deep clip. I mean, you can lose this thing in your pocket. It's pretty awesome. So I carry it all the time. It's not as noticeable. So, and the best part is the clip is small. You know, it's a thin clip. So even when it is clipped on the outside of your pants pocket or whatever, you're not getting, you know, a lot of notice from it. I mean, by comparison, if you look at the clip on the Microtech, I mean, holy crap. I mean, it's a wide clip. You know, this one has a satin finish on it, so it sticks out more, obviously, than the black. The Microtech is awesome. You do get a little bit more sticking out of the top. But, I mean, with this one, like you can actually see on it, the clip itself goes beyond the blade, or beyond the handle. So, super deep carry, thin clip. I do not have a lanyard attached to this. You know, maybe I'll put one on there. Last 2 years, I actually wasn't big on lanyards till recently. And, you know, carry the Microtech with one. And also, when I run the Microtech, I run a backup blade. You know, more of a small EDC blade with the HEC. The Sog usually runs solo, and I think it can do pretty much everything it needs to. But yeah, that's my Sog-Tac. So, thick blade, good size, good grip, and I don't know. We'll see what else we get into. I got my eye on a couple things. It's just going to depend on money. So, kind of thinking about a Microtech Select Fire. You know, we'll see what we get into. But yeah, that's the Sog-Tac. That's going to be the EDC, at least for the next 4 to 6 weeks until I get my Ultratech back. So, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.